Moving to Jim Allister.
Recent date for what's data. Excuse me. The most recent date for data for which data are available is for the period 1st of January 2021 to the 31st of December 2021. The costs for the additional staff needed to complete the checks required by the Northern Ireland Protocol during this period were £4,447,580. The staff cost is made up of £1,215,231 for department staff at Belfast, £2,182,195 for those at Larne, and £98,617 for those at Warrenpoint, with a further £953,337 spent on agency staff deployed at Belfast and Larne ports. The running costs of the current contingency inspection facilities at Belfast, Larne, Warrenpoint and Foyle ports, and the service contracts for the seal checks at ports in Great Britain is a further £4.2 million over the same period. On the 30th of October 2020, Her Majesty's Treasury advised the Northern Ireland Finance Minister that as part of the UK Government's commitment to supporting the unique circumstances of the Protocol, they had agreed funding for 2021 to cover the infrastructure and resources required to implement the SPS checks. HMT also confirmed that the UK Government would cover any additional funding for Northern Ireland to meet the UK's obligations under the Protocol, with this limited to the costs associated with reaching the required level of compliance. The EU have an expectation that OCR costs incurred should be borne by business.
Supplementary, Jim Allister.
So, if I followed that correctly, something approaching £10 million would appear to be the cumulative cost, a figure that will employ 200 nurses for a year or more. And if the Minister is right, and I think he is, that much of that expenditure is unlawful by reason of not having executive approval, doesn't that in fact mean that this is irregular spend, which would cause the accounts of the department to be qualified, and another illustration of the squander at a time when vital services are so short of money?
Well, the figure that Mr Allister came to is correct, but he may add to that the cost of to the Council's work that's being carried out, which is borne by the Food Standards Agency, which is another cost to the public purse. And then we have the cost to business, because they're having to acquire all of these sheds, they're having to employ people to do it. And then we have a further cost of the TSS. So the cost of the Protocol to Northern Ireland is huge, it's extensive. And, you know, that is why we need to get solutions, because nobody realistically can argue that as the Protocol exists, it is good for Northern Ireland. You cannot have this burden placed upon business and this cost placed upon the taxpayer and claim it to be good.
Con Nicola Brogan.
Thanks to the Minister for his answer so far. Would the Minister